Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. As you can see, I've got a huge day ahead of me. A lot of pouring, 2 orders, 1 into resin mold I have not done. I've got to start getting some orders into the videos so I can get them out because I can't do them any other part of the day because my days are full. You guys mostly know that. So what I'm going to do, I need to do 1 more Christmas tray for Tony Lee. I did a fall one for her a while ago. Phyllis wants 2 more lanterns. Remember the speckled ones that we did for her? We did red and blue, and now she wants deep red and black speckled again. The globes are going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to do the speckle a little bit different on the one of them. And then for the into resin mold, because I have this one in the cross left, the cross was going to take way too long, so I put this one in because it's super easy to do. And this is a matte mold, so I think I'm going to dust it, which it could give me some issues. I'll have to put it in the vacuum chamber because I didn't get the pressure pot yet, because there's a ton of little things, especially if you dust it. I'm not sure they're all going to come out. So before I do that, I need to move some of these things, but I wanted to show you. For the tray, she wanted gold, well, she wanted a gold glitter, so I chose Gold Rush. She asked for Tree of Life and a maroon mica powder for the marbling, so I picked the Black Cherry Merlot. And I didn't have maroon colored glitter. I don't know that I've ever seen maroon colored glitter. I'll have to look now, but I didn't have it, so I'm going to not do that. In her original, she wanted AB rhinestones around the edge, but if I didn't have, I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the original plan. And then you know this, I'm going to do ruby red, which is a deep red for one of them, and just black pigment paste for the other one. I'll set this aside for now. Set these aside. I have to pour. These are the globes for the lanterns, and we're going to do a hint of the red wine glitter in the black one and a hint of the black diamond glitter in the red one. She did ask if I could get them to glow in the dark, but if I add glow powder, you're not going to see the glitter. So I'm going to take it upon myself to not do that. And then these are the handles for that one. But since I'm dusting this one with powder, I don't want any of that on my table. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to try this one today. This is Sparkling Silver by littlewindows.com. Don't forget, you've got a discount code. She also has this gold one I wanted to show you. These are metallics. Look at that gorgeousness. I should have done, well, I think I'm going to stick with, I'm more of a silver kind of girl than I am a gold girl. So I'm going to go ahead and do the silver today. I have lots of metallics to choose from. I have not done this one in quite a while, and I'm just going to paint it on because on a matte mold, and if you put metallic or even like a chameleon powder, then it won't really be a matte finish. You're going to get some of that beautiful metallic-y on there. So that's why I'm going to do that. I probably pour this again another day for you because this video, I think, is going to be very long already. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And if I don't, I will probably pour it again with you, probably when I do the last one, the cross. And don't forget, the last one always has a giveaway. Let me get this paper off the bottom so I can flip it inside out. Look at that gorgeous silver. I think I've got it all. And you can even rub it in with your hands if you want to. Make sure it's everywhere. And then like bang it out. Bang all that extra. See all that detail in here? I'm so worried about bubbles. So I'll probably fill them half full. Run it through the vacuum chamber. That looks good though. This has a cross on the top, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that down in there, but I don't know which way it's going. We might have to paint it with a different color after the fact, because if I paint it with a silver, I'm thinking it's not going to be the same silver. Yeah, see, I kind of missed some of that. Maybe I can open it up good enough to get it in there. I think I can. That would be great if it would match the rest of it. I clearly missed those little side beams, if that's what you want to call them. So let's see how the little windows, I'm sure it's going to be stunning. All right. And again, this has a lot of detail. I do not think it's going to be bubble free in the end. But if I can dump most of this extra powder out, extra powder will make bubbles, put it that way. If you have extra powder in crevices, it's not going to move the powder out of the way. It's just going to kind of sit on that powder, and then when you demold it, the powder is left behind. I think I'm going to dump this out over the garbage and not on my table so I don't have to vacuum it up. And this one will be done, and I will go ahead. I don't know how much this holds, just a couple ounces. I'll get a little bit. I'm not going to do this all in one pour, so I'm going to mix resin as I go.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
Starting off with 16 ounces, and that's going to be the 2 globes at 6 each. And I know this little thing's not going to take 4, but it was easier to measure on this cup to go to 16 than 15. Might not even take 3. It's kind of small. So I'll probably just mix the rest with black and start filling up the black ones. So let's see, I need 6 for each one. Just guess where that is here. Make sure when you're remeasuring, a lot stays on the sides of your cup. So you might not measure correctly. Oh, that was almost 6. Actually, I'm going to do a little more because it held more. And if those globe parts are not completely full, you have to fill them with UV resin when they're done before you unmold them, or they won't fit in the lantern. Trust me, I know from the other ones that I did. So let's see, this is going to go up to here. Looks like I got nothing left in here, but I do. And I think what I'm going to do, I was going to fill it with this to make it silver, and then whatever, what do I want to do here? Maybe I won't use the black. I want the blacks to match. I only have 2 left. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to have enough for that. Let me get this all out of here because this is too big of a cup for 2 ounces. And put it in a different cup here. This is going to get complicated today. I already know. Let's see, 2 ounces I'll put in this little cup. Try to keep my space clean so I don't get frustrated. I don't know if 2 ounces will be enough. I better get, I guess I poured too much in those other ones. This little spatula is going to get it all out for me. When you think there's nothing left, there's something left. Plus, I want to scrape it good enough that my measurements are correct on the next mix. That's good. I'm going to pour just a little bit from each one, because I over poured these, I think. If not, we have clear UV resin that will mimic the clear in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is mix a little bit of this in here. Gosh, I hope that's enough. Otherwise, I'll be mixing a little bit more. Make it silver. That way, if I missed a spot or it got rubbed off somehow, this should fill that color in. It'll be a little bit different type of silver because it looks different when it's mixed into resin than it does when it's painted on a surface, but at least you won't see black or white or whatever coming through. And I'm going to fill those halfway when I run it through the vacuum chamber and just put it in at the same time. Looks like liquid metal. All right. Now I don't think she wants a ton of glitter in here, just a hint. Let me just pour this. I can't spray it or anything because of the powder, so I'm not going to spray it. That could possibly, I might do that separately so I can control the vacuum chamber. I'm going to pour that down into the cross. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about, is that cross. Because of the little side pieces there. I think I'll do that separately. Like I said, I think it's going to come out. For these, I'm just going to put a little bit of glitter just to make it suspend. So this is the black diamond. And not a lot. Like literally, well, I'll use that what's on my stick and see what it looks like. I think I'll put some yeah, it's just kind of running through it. It shouldn't sink because it's so fine. I think I'll put a little bit of crushed crystal in there too. Black glitter doesn't always look fabulous in resin. Unless you have a nice I mean, it's a sparkling glitter, but I'm hardly using any. That's why I want to add this to it, so this will sparkle too. I'm just going to put a little bit more. See what that looks like. That looks pretty. And I don't know, I'm contemplating the glue because I'm so uncertain about the black. I don't think it's going to sink though. Let's do that to the red. Let's see what we got here. Just a little bit. Oh, let me just stir it off my stick. That's shiny and sparkling, but just to make them match, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of the crushed crystal too. Now, if I was to put the glow-in-the-dark powder in here, that's going to tint that clear. And you wouldn't see the glitter, so that's why I'm not going to do that. Plus, the powder, it has a tint to it itself, even the like whitish looking one. It will tint this whitish, so I didn't really want to do that. I think I'm going to have to split that in half. That's a little bit too high to go through the vacuum chamber without coming out. So let me just get my things put away. Split it again between 2 cups. And I'll probably vacuum chamber them separately, like I said, so I can control the little crown. All right, let's get a move on.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare.
We should be good to go. Hopefully this is enough to fill up. Again, this mold really should be in a pressure pot, which would squeeze the bubbles till they're gone. And a vacuum chamber pulls bubbles out. But a vacuum chamber is not quite, oh man, I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to need more. Let me see if maybe I'll have some left from those other ones. I could put a little silver in it. So this is going to hold more than the 2, maybe it was 2.5 I put in here. But I'm not going to use those until I'm finished with those globes. So I'm going to squeeze these out of the way for now. All right, we've got red. I'm going to spritz it with alcohol, which there's not a lot of places for bubbles to get stuck on this one. And just pour it slowly. Again, you want to fill this one completely to the top. because it is going to shrink and you're going to need that shrinked part filled back in. So whether you use more epoxy when it's cured and cure again, or I generally use UV resin. Otherwise, your lantern will not fit together. Okay, there's that one. Whoops. Let me just get those bubbles out of there. Oh, it looks like a little unmixed from scraping my sides, so I want to stir that in. You could tell if you have a little cloudy patch if it's unmixed, so make sure. Now I'm praying that this glitter doesn't sink. This is going to cure pretty fast because of the depth of it. Okay, I got that full. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. Let's get that bubble. And the crushed crystal will also hide any bubbles that are in there. I do have some in here I can scrape into here, but not enough. You're not going to see the fact that it's clear because of the powder that we have on there. Oh, between the two of them, I bet you I will have enough. Yay! All right, cool. There's that. And now the red. And hopefully I'll have just as much left over and it'll be work out perfectly. As long as this glitter doesn't fall. I don't think it will. It's pretty super fine. Sometimes the crushed crystal bits that are bigger than the others, those sometimes do sink. And I see a little in there that needs to be mixed, so make sure you're checking your resin or it will not cure or be tacky or soft or something. Just stir it until you don't see that little spot anymore. Come on, give me a little extra. Give me a little extra. Oh boy, this one did not. Oh, I'll have a little bit. Well, maybe not. I need to fill that up. I'll just fill it with the next pour since it doesn't really matter. Okay, that is full. Pop those bubbles. There's really nothing left in here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe get something out of here. Need a little bit more though. I'll have to fill it with the next. Maybe I can get some out of here. I don't think so. I think I scraped this pretty good. I don't think there's nothing left. I'm glad I did that extra ounce. Nothing left. It is so close to being full. I need a drop. Come on, just a little bit more. There's really nothing in here. Okay, no problem. I will pour some from the next batch. No big deal. So I'm going to mix up 16 again. And that is for the rest of the lanterns. And that tray is going to take 10, but I'm going to use Bond Craftor on the tray for her. Okay, BRB. I lied. I actually needed 20 ounces because the full lantern is 16 and 6 went in that little light part. So this is 10 ounces each. And I'm going to mix in the black and the red. Just want to get it mixed in here. I've already added a few drops to that little crown over there. So that's done. This is the red called Ruby Red. It's not like a primary red like we used last time. She wanted it a deeper red, so I think this is what she's talking about. You don't need very much of this at all. This one is by Eye Candy. Get this cleaned off. There's pigment paste on my lid that I don't want to get everywhere. Okay, I'm just gonna get it off my stick, wipe my stick. and then get it all off of that side, because unmixed pigment paste is not good. It will give you problems. I do want to get that off of this cup because I don't want that in my resin at all. I'm just going to wipe it off. I think I can handle the rest, so make sure you mix it and mix it and mix it, and when you think you're done mixing it, mix it again. Get it all off your stick, scrape your sides and your bottom. And when these are cured, we're going to speckle them with paint, and then I'll have to spray seal them so that paint doesn't ever wash off. If she ever washes them down, dusts them, whatever. Let me wipe my stick, see how it looks down the side of my cup. Cool, I don't see anything that I don't like. Let's do the black. I don't need too much of this black. This one's by Let's Resin. I generally use that for anything I need black. They also have the pre-black mixture that you can get, which I don't have any more of that, but sometimes it's good when you're only mixing black and you don't need anything else. But most of the time I just need a little bit of it black. Then I'm going to split these cups too. I will vacuum chamber off camera. Maybe I won't split. I think I'll just babysit. Let's see what this is looking like. I don't see any paste anywhere. All right, let me go get this vacuum chambered. It actually behaved itself in the vacuum chamber for a change. I didn't have to do anything. So I'm just going to pour one black and one red and hope I can swish it around good enough that we don't form any bubbles in all these little crevices. See a bubble right there. It's usually where we get them, is in this rim right here. I think I got it though. Yay me. I'm just going to kind of work it around. Hopefully that helps me. Okay. There's that. Grab a paper towel. And then this one. Get it past that rim. Oh yeah, you can see bubbles in there for sure. It's nice that you can see through it right there. See that? Squeeze it. Pretty sure Don had a bubble there last time. And then I'm just gonna move it around and then move it back out of the way. That's why I put paper towels under here, so it'll slide easier. Woo! Well, it's not completely full, but I don't know, I can go a little bit more. Let me go there, and then if I need to add more in a bit, I will. Get them out of the way. And then these. Same thing, there's like a little crevice right there. I don't think I need that stick anymore. So you get a nice bit of alcohol so it will disperse your resin for you. And then that alcohol just comes to the surface for you and will dissipate into the air. But I'm going to still squish it around just in case. You never know. When I have an order, I try to do everything I can to prevent any bubbles. So I'm going to let that sit there before I top it off, because I can see that layer of alcohol sitting on top. And I won't be able to dome it that way. It's just going to push that alcohol right out on me. Same with this. See the alcohol? You probably can't see it, but that alcohol layer is on the surface. Let me just do that to this one. So I don't really want to fill it all the way up until all that alcohol it dissipates away. Then I can fill it all the way up. This one, not so much. Oh yeah, I do see it there. I know it's really hard to see, but you won't be able to dome it with that alcohol layer at all. A little more in this one. I'm gonna spritz it one more time. I'll just move it out of the way while I do the other ones, and if I have to wait till later, a minute or two, I'll do it then. Oops. I got these little tiny cups out for the handles because I think it might be a little easier to pour into those little tiny spots. So we're going to try this. See if it works. Again, alcohol. Last time, man, did I have to clean these up. There was resin all over the outside of these when we didn't use these little cups. You're going to want to dome these the best that you can. Oops, see that? Even with the cup, I'm making a disaster. I mean, it's not something that's detrimental. I just try to keep a clean space to work in so I don't have resin everywhere. I'm going to need a little bit more. I hope I have enough. I think I do. I'll probably have extra. I had 16 written on them, even though the 16 kind of wore off. And I think the last time we did these, I ended up, these shrank too. I think I ended up putting UV resin on the back to fill them. So they had a nice smooth back, because you kind of see them. And I didn't want sharp edges on them or anything. So if all this stuff shrinks, definitely, I don't generally do that on a mold, but because I know what it was like on the first one I ever made and nothing fit together right, that's what made the difference. Everything has to be completely filled on this mold to fit. They didn't account for any shrinkage. Just gonna dome this up. Seems like it's taking so much and it's just a tiny little handle. Okay. Woo, that's good. Got a little bit of red left. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, I have to put it back in the lantern portion. Well, that's a nice dome on that one. Perfect. There's that one. Let's do the black. Maybe I'll try to pour this in over here and see if I can get it domed nicely. 16 is pretty spot on for this one. Literally filled it, and that's all I have left. I'm going to just go put this into my other giveaway mold because there is not much left in here to do anything with. And then we'll do the black one. Just spritz the one side. Let me flip this way. It's a little easier. I'm trying to avoid extras at all costs today because I already have a lot to do. I don't know, I just feel like when I have extras, they have to be finished or they're never going to get finished. It's not like I have to do them, but I like giving you guys the ideas when I have them done. If you have extras, so sometimes I just don't like to set them aside and never do them again. I like to give them away in my orders, so I try to have them all done. All right. I hope I got some in there. I don't see anything in there. I think it went everywhere else except, let's try this. There we go. Seems like it takes a lot, but maybe, let's see, I think I filled this up. That was 1 ounce. This is 2 ounces. Probably takes 1.5 ounces for both of them, but for some reason it feels like it's taking a ton. Come on. Just get up past that lip. Oops. There we go. Just a touch more. Just enough to bring it over that little edge. And I won't have to fill it quite as much when it's cured. There we go. Beautiful. So much neater. Well, that's not very neat, but I'm going to pour the rest of it into this other base and get the rest of our resin mixed up for the tray. Got my 10 ounces mixed up. I'm going to split it between the 3. I do want to show you that these, I told you they were going to cure. Look at this. It's solid already, and the whole lip shrunk that much. So I might just mix up a little bit, like 1 ounce more of epoxy, and throw it on top of those when I'm finished with this one, because the heat generating from those right now is going to cure that really quickly. So I told you that it was so deep. I'm going to put some mica in the bottom of these and dissolve them in alcohol. Grab a paper towel here. Let me just get a new stick. I don't want that green getting in my red. I'm not going to do a ton of glitter because glitter tends to sink. Although I am going to use, she wants me to use glue, I'm going to use glue. And then I'm going to top coat everything with the Bond Craftor again, because the Bond Craftor is a food safe resin. So if anything's touching, oops, I almost poured my resin in there. I'm just going to put a little alcohol in here. Just enough to dissolve that. Not much more than that. I do not want any unmixed mica powders in this project. Let's see if I can mix that in there. I won't have to add any more. It's a little thick. Needs just a tad drop more. And that alcohol will come to the surface and dissipate. So I'm going to put glue in everything. This is Elmer's washable clear glue, safe, non-toxic. And we're going to do a dirty pour only because it's a tray. And I've done many attempts on trays, piping bags, pouring, and I'm thinking the dirty pour looks the best. So this one's going to be my glitter. I don't want a ton of glitter because it's going to take over. I just want a nice hint of glitter, and then we'll do half and half, red and green. And she doesn't want the colors merging together, so she requested the glue in there. I have told her, and I tell everybody, when you add glue, it can affect the food grade. However, Bond Craftor is telling me if your glue is non-toxic, it may not affect the food grade. So there is no definite, you guys. I do tell people I've had people say that I'm not telling my customers, but they have no clue what I'm telling my customers. So trust me, you guys, I tell you. You guys watch me who are ordering as well and hear everything that I say. So I'm not putting any of my customers in any kind of jeopardy. I always give them the lowdown on what's going on. All right, I'm just going to mix this up. Get some glue in here. It's going to be 3 to 4 drops of glue. Really not much at all. The water content in the glue is so minimal in 3 to 4 drops. I've never, ever, ever had an issue with it. That is such a pretty green. She's got good taste. She must be taking notes on the colors that I have. A lot of people do that, especially when I do new colors. They'll take notes on them, the ones that they like or the ones they can foresee in a future order. That way they know exactly what they want, and it makes things a lot easier for me because then I know exactly what you want. All right, that's good. Let me get some glitter in this one. I am going to vacuum chamber them. But glitter, definitely that much is going to sink. So this one does need some glue. The glue suspends it. I keep having a lot of new people have no idea why I'm doing this. The glue does 2 things. Daniel Cooper came up with this, not me. I'm just using it and adjusting it to what I want it to do. But he found that if you put glue in your resin, it will make it nice and thick and still cure. So I just took that thought, added it to my resin, and saw, well, he was trying to suspend glitter that day. That was a long time ago. And it suspended the glitter. So we all ran with it. And most channels are using glue to suspend glitter. And then I realized, oh, you can keep colors from merging together if you put glue in them. So putting the glue in the red and the green is going to stop the red and green from making its own new color and keep them true to themselves in the project. So those are the 2 reasons that I use them. If there's other reasons, I would love to know them so I could start incorporating it. All right, let's get this. It's going to turn into like hair gel consistency. All right. And then we can still vacuum chamber it. It'll still get those bubbles out. It's just going to keep it contained in itself. I hope Daniel Cooper's doing okay. I haven't seen any posts from him for a while when I'm recording this. Maybe he has after I recorded this. I love all of his experiments. He is like the experiment guru. He does everything non-traditional and teaches us things that he learns that we can use. So he's pretty cool. If you haven't watched him, go back and check out his channel. This one I want really nice and gloopy because I don't want that glitter sinking. And if it does, I'm going to have to redo this because of a project I recently did with Dawn, and it just went everywhere. Shoot. I'm thinking I might change my direction on this. And, shoot, I don't think I needed this much now if I change my direction. I don't think I'm going to throw this in the dirty pour. I think I'm going to put this on my mold so it doesn't all sink. Because if I stick it in a dirty pour, I'm thinking it's going to be dispersed everywhere. If it drops, it's going to be everywhere, and I'm going to have to redo this. So, yeah, I think I might change the way I pour. Well, I'm going to take a chance and try what I have in my head now, because now I'm kind of worried about the whole dirty pour thing. I'm just going to spritz this mold. This mold is no longer available. This was a Let's Resin Mold 3-tier tray. People have asked me, can't I just mold it and sell it? I mean, I can. I'm just going to... But it's going to be a way more silicone than this takes. And it's going to be quite expensive of a tray, so I'm not sure people are going to want to pay what it would take to cover this mold with silicone. Just want to kind of, yeah, I didn't need all this glitter, so now I'm going to be short. Trying to keep it going in the same direction as if it was marble. Because when I pour over it, it's going to change direction anyway. I don't know. I have no clue what's going to happen. I don't want a ton of glitter. I'll get some down here. I probably should have waited. So now I'm going to be short on resin, and I will have to mix up some more. I don't know if I should proceed with this or not, but I'm going to, because everything's all ready. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour my layers in here and then pour from this cup. And hope and pray this works. Or I may be going back to the old way of piping it, which I didn't really want to do. Because I don't like seeing like my lines. I like seeing organic lines. I'm just hoping one of these two colors don't completely take over. So what I was saying is if I put in the glitter in this mixture, if that glitter happens to sink, this might be all green. I don't know. I hope not. Let me get the red in the top of this. I'm going to need every drop plus some. I'm going to be short a couple of ounces. I did have a lot of black left too, so I filled up the one heart. And all right, well, let's do this again and see what happens. This is me holding my breath. So I am a little short, obviously. I'm not going to use the glitter on the back because I don't want it to sink through. So I'm just going to mix up a couple more ounces and just finish pouring it on the back. It's the same exact way. No different. We're just going to let this move and play around. I'm going to pour that gold into something now. I don't even know how much I have. Let's get those bubbles popped. I don't see any bubbles on the edges. Everything looks really good. I'm just going to do that exact same thing, and I think we're going to see the green and the red. The gold should stay on the bottom. And let me do something with this, and I'm going to re-pour that, and then we'll be done for now. I used the exact same procedure. I just spared you the details. Now, I mixed up 3 more ounces. I put the clear in the backs of all these pieces that are already rapidly solid. So those are all domed, so I don't have to do any UV resin unless I do have to do it on these because these are not going to be curing as fast. I put the gold in a lot of extras molds here, and then I drizzled a little bit left that I had in the cup on the back of it. And then this is what's left. So now I'm just going to pour it in here the same way I did. And see what happens. Oh, that went down the side. Whoops. So I'm anxious to see what the gold looks like. Oh, tell me I have enough. Oh, jeez. Yes, I do. Very close, but I do. Perfect. I don't know how much I used in the other pieces. So that is full. Everything looks good. I think I have nothing left to scrape out of the other ones. I've already done that. Okay, so no more extras. I will spray the back with alcohol. Pop those bubbles. And Now I will see you guys on demold, and hopefully we have a gorgeous piece under this silicone. I just shut the heat mat off. Now I gotta let everything cool down. So I took an opportunity. I cleaned all my molds with tape and with alcohol to get all the little extra pieces off, all the powders off. So that's your opportunity. I'm gonna fill these right now with UV resin. That one needs a little bit. These, just the handles need just a touch. That one barely needs anything. This one needs some. So I'm just gonna fill those. I have a couple extras that can come out, but before that, I got some mail today. I was so excited to see what Let's Resin is offering. This is the alcohol ink set that they are now offering, and I had to have it. Like, these are the alcohol inks I have already, so these will be duplicates. You'll get 2 sinker whites, but they have metallics now, and they have pastels. I haven't seen pastels anywhere else like this, so I was so excited to get this one. It finally came today. So if you're looking for pastel alcohol inks and metallics and your regular sets with your 2 sinker whites, this is going to be the set you want. This is 64 pieces. It's called Vibrant, Metallic, and Pastel. I'm so excited. You know I'm going to be doing those pastels. I got a couple things in from Craftor, so they sent me mica powder, 24 colors. I'm going to have to keep these in the box, though, because the thing with these is they don't have their name on it. So I did flip them all over already so we can see all the colors. They look gorgeous. I mean, I haven't met a mica powder I don't like yet, so Craftor, thank you very much. I didn't expect that in the mail. And, oh, the colors are on the back as well. So, and also the Let's Resin ones came on a little card. So these came with the card that went in there. I did want to go over this, though, because a lot of people don't know what sinker white is. And they're saying their alcohol inks are more concentrated than others, which makes them spread less. So if you're wondering why theirs don't spread when you drip it into your resin when it's wet, and others spread like a lot, it's because they have more pigment in there. So that's their number one. The white color, the sinker white is usually used for Petri effect. So they're showing you what they are. Normal white, deep white, and this is normal and deep white, where you're going to get blotches. And then it goes over your alcohol, your metallics, your pastels, how to open them. So yeah, this is your normal instruction page, but you do get the colors on that as well. The colors are on the back of this box, and they also sent me their fast cure. So now they have a fast cure 4-hour demold, food safe. So that's exciting. So I don't have to wait longer. And then I got a box from Laura Parsons. If you've been watching me for a while, Laura is the one that came here all the way from the Northeast and brought her granddaughters with her and her daughter, and we had a whole day of fun. She sent me some goodies, and these are going to go in my Christmas pile. So this is a little, I'm guessing, countdown to Christmas, because these are the 4 pieces that have numbers on them, and then a reindeer. So that's super cute. She sent me one of these, which I just received, so I'll take 2, no problem. Thank you, Laura. These are the large ones, very, very big ones, because I didn't have big ones, so she obviously saw that. And these are 2 little, this is a reindeer and maybe a moose, it looks like. Let's see, let me just open it. One's got a bow tie. Oh, they both have a bow tie. Maybe they're the same. Maybe one's just bigger than the other. Daddy and Mama, we're going to say 2 reindeer. So thank you, Laura. She also sent me a couple of other things. These are some more finger cots in pink. She sent me a knife pen. There's the knife. Cool. Nice and small. I don't have one of those. Thank you so much. This is the only thing I don't know what you're talking about, Laura. This is to roll up your glue. What does that mean? Roll up my glue. Is that for the stringing? The strings, maybe? I don't know. So I'm going to keep this right here where I need it until you tell me how I use it. So thank you, Laura. That was so sweet of you. She also sent me a while back dandelion seeds that I planted in a pot underneath my pool cage so they don't get in my yard because we don't have any growing in our area, and they finally started growing. So hopefully I might be able to do a dandelion in resin one of these days. As soon as it's ready, we'll try to do that together. So what I'm going to do, here's a couple extras. These can come out. These are just pendants in the Gold Rush. So I'll go ahead and put flat back bails on these. All beautiful, of course. Love this mold. There, there, and there. I'm just going to take out what I can because most of it is still pretty warm. But with open backs, it's no big deal. This was the leftover black. So I just threw it in there, sparkling and gorgeous. This came in my mystery mold box from Into Resin that I had bought. And I don't think I can link this one. I can link the smaller one. They have a smaller one they sell, but I don't think they sell their mystery ones for some reason. So that's the black. That is gorgeous. I have to trim up all the edges, no problem. I don't know if I can get these out without messing them up. Hopefully I can. This is my 3D butterfly. Yep, I can pop it right out in the gold. Now this is a semi-matte mold, so that's why it's not quite as super duper shiny as that, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. I'll probably put some black rhinestones on there because black and gold look gorgeous together. This one, I think I'm gonna wait. This is just the shaker turtle in the gold. Maybe I can get him out. I have to make a little, while I have my UV resin out, I'll make his little shell that goes on his back. There he is. He's shiny and gorgeous. Maybe I'll fill him with some black whatevers too. Let me grab my, what do you call it, UV resin and light and set these off of the heat mat so they can start cooling down a little bit faster. I forgot to clean these off, so I figured I'd show you guys who don't know what I'm talking about by cleaning your molds while the resin is still in them. Just take a piece of sticky tape and get all that extra resin off, powder off, whatever, and you won't struggle with it when you want to pour it next time. So that's really simple and quick, but it is not simple and quick when there is no resin in there. I forgot to do the handles while I did everything else. I think I got it all. So I just pulled out my high viscosity UV resin because I don't have a lot to put on there and I don't want it rushing out. Let me just grab a little scribe of some sort. This is the high viscosity. It's just thicker than the normal. I've got my UV light here. All I'm gonna do is run a bead of resin right on the back just to fill up the mold. Otherwise they don't fit properly. And then I'll cure it under the light since it's not penetrating the red, so it doesn't matter that the red is underneath. All it's doing is penetrating the clear that I just put on. And then you can take a little lighter if there's any bubbles, which I don't see any. Just do that. So I'm going to quickly go through these four and I'll cure them all at the same time. And then they'll be ready to go into the finished product so we can speckle it all at the same time.
Pouring out the colors like a stream of gold. Hands crafting stories, let the beauty unfold. She shines like the sun, but her heart stays low. She says it ain't me, it's His grace in my hand. Every swirl, every shine, it's the Lord's command. Glitz and glitter, hallelujah. Every sparkle sings it through you. Give the glory, raise it high to the maker of the sky. Every view's a blessing, she knows it's true. Each pour, each mix, a miracle she drew. Her heart's a canvas painted in heaven's hue.
got all those extras done. Now, something I just learned about the super glue and the flat bag bales, they would not stick to these for whatever reason. So I went back to my E6000 and then I'm like, what if I scratch the back up? So I scratched the back up of one of them. Oops. Obviously it was that one because it didn't fall apart since it's dry. And it stuck. Let me grab it before I forget about it on the floor. So I took a nail file, I scratched up the back, and then the super glue adhered to it. So it was obviously way too shiny. Here's the butterfly. I just put some black rhinestones on the wings, just like I normally do. Nothing to this, I just trimmed the back. And then here's the little turtle. I had black and gold glass balls. Put them in there. I put 2 little eyes on him, and that's it. So, you know what? Let's get this one out first before we start the others. I'm hoping. Ooh, I don't see any bubbles. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now this has texture. So I'm like, why are all those bubbles on there? So those are not micro bubbles. Apparently it's all over this mold. So the mold came that way. Whatever it is. It's textured, but it looks to me like a million micro bubbles. So I was like, that's weird because this doesn't have one bubble anywhere, and then the inside did, but it's not. It's the mold. So it's so tiny. That's why I was saying it didn't hold very much. So I want to do this in another form. Oh, I did get a bubble down there. I forgot to go around that rim. Probably why I got the bubbles. Oh gosh, let's hope that cross comes out in one piece. Because it is, ooh, oh, it was so soft. There it is. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. That silver did its job. I got like 2 bubbles right there and there, but that's okay. Here is the cute little jar. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Even the cross is perfect on there. It's just a tiny little jar. It's like really, really small. So it's really, really cute. It's adorbs. I like it. Huh. I might do something to it. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see how today goes. Got a lot on my plate here. So let's get these out. I just, you know, UV resin them to top them up. Let's see how good they are. Hopefully. Oh, there's a rogue piece of glitter right there. I might be able to get it out. Just need a little tiny piece to get off of there, but that looks really good. I don't see any bubbles in them. My main thing is no bubbles. That one looks good. Let's get the red one out. Deep red, I should say. That one looks good. Happy with it. Nice. And now one more. This one has a few stray pieces I need to clip off around this edge. I put too much UV resin in there. Just going to clip it off real quick. I'll probably take a nail file to that so it's not sharp too. Whoops. I don't want to scratch it. I just want to get that edge off. Kind of at an angle so you're not scratching the whole thing. All right. I still have a little bit of work to do on it, but I will do that before it gets put together. All right, let's get these out. I can't remember. This is the tops. I don't see bubbles underneath it. I do have a little overage. Get right off. It should peel right off. Yep. And then I will take them in the kitchen and speckle them. I don't want to get paint all over my craft room. Use a toothbrush or something. I can't remember what I did. I think I used a paintbrush, but probably use a toothbrush. That one looks great. Really good. It's a cute mold as long as you fill it up all the way. Otherwise, you're going to have difficulty putting it together. Come on. I don't see any bubbles. Great. That's awesome. No bubbles in there. Not even in those rims that where we usually get them. Okay, let's do the bottoms. This is the base. That came out really nice. And the light goes right here. So pretty. Although we are speckling it, so I do have to reseal it, respray it glossy. But these are glossy on their own. Cool. So this is the top. I have a piece of glitter to get out. That's the top. That's the bottom. Let's do the black one goes in the red and the red one in the black, she said. Got to do it over here by me, though. Come on. Come on. All the glitter stayed suspended without glue. That's so good. So this is the black one with crushed crystal. It sits right on there. This is going to sit right on here. Now these are the little holes for the handles. And they go one way only. Right like this. Whoops. Oh, that's upside down. Is it? No. Don't tell me I poured the wrong ones for the wrong ones. Oh, no. I was like, don't tell me. And that fits perfectly because I domed these bottom pieces. So this piece goes on the bottom, kind of sits in there like that. And this one's going to sit, oh, look at that piece. Oh, my whole piece came off. Shoot. That didn't adhere. Well, that's not a good sign. Maybe I won't need it. I think I'm going to have to peel that UV resin off this one. I didn't realize it was not going to adhere. I think because I went and used the nail file on it. This one's pretty stuck to it, so I'm going to just leave it as it is and finish trimming the other one. So that's the way that goes with the light in the bottom. Although I got to glue it all together. I know you can't see it from that angle. Let me see if I could turn it. Just a little preview before we speckle it. Pretty cute. Super cute. Okay, let me get that apart. We'll do this one and then the tray. And this one, also the glitter stayed suspended. Nothing sank. So that's great. And you'll probably see all that shimmer once the light's on. Comes with an LED light. Actually, it came with many of them. I think this is my 6th one, and I still have a few lights left.
What you working on?
A lot.
Mrs. Glitter.
A lot. Okay. This is the red that goes with the black.
You made 2 of them today?
Well, they were orders. Yeah, you weren't around to see what's going on today. All right, that looks good. And now for the tray. Hopefully, I don't have a ton of glitter, which I don't think I will. I didn't use very much. But we do want glitter in there, so I don't know what to expect. Did it eat it all up? Did it stay in place? Did it move? Here we go. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, it did stay in place. That actually looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. I like that. So I'll probably put an ounce and a half of Bond Craftor resin in here. Make sure she likes it first. Nice bit of gold on these edges. I'm pretty happy with it. I hope she likes it. I'll see if she still wants any rhinestones, but I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. It's up to her. She's the one who ordered it, so let me see what she wants. And I am also going to go speckle that with some acrylic paint. And I can't remember. I think she wanted white and black on one of them. I gotta go check. Either way, all I'm gonna do is take acrylic paint in a little tiny cup and add some water and flick my paintbrush at it. I'll probably put you on a fast forward just because I'm in my kitchen and not set up. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to spray seal it and put it all together. Got everything done. I think, well, you saw that. What I did to the little jar, you know I couldn't leave it the way it was. I just can't do it. So I put gold rhinestones on all those little dots and then on all the cross hatches. So I just made it gold and silver instead of just silver. So I thought that was cute. And then the tray, I emailed her pictures. She wasn't happy about her color choices, so she doesn't want this one. So that means I'm going to repour, and this is going on eBay. So if any of you guys like this one, it's deep red and deep green. I think it's gorgeous, in my opinion. Unfortunately, people can't see what I see in real life, and it is just stunning. I mean, you could see the colors better on this side, but they are really pretty. So that's okay, not a big deal. And then these are still drying. I'll do my best to hold them the way. So I put the light in, and all I did was glue in the handles, and I'm waiting for the glue to dry. This is the one, and I will light it up for you. Made sure the lights are working before the glue dries. And the speckle, I have just clear coated it, and I will link the clear coat in the description box that I use. So that's pretty cool. And then the red one, I'll turn that one on. I know she's been waiting for these for a while. I feel really bad, you guys. It just takes me a long time to get to orders sometimes. This is the black in the globe, and then the white and black. She wanted white and black speckle on the red. So that's this one. So it's pretty good. I like them. They came out nice. I hope she likes them, and I don't have 2 more to sell. So I will get you guys pictures of everything. Thanks for joining me today. It was a lot, I know, and I kept you longer than normal, but hey, you know, what else are you doing today, right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes, a radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Sparkly streams, her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle,